Hey, it's Kat at Kattalestv. I did this video yesterday, but I was too lazy to get my microphone, so everything was a wash. So I got to do it again. Anyway, I hope you like my hoodie. You can get it at my Poshmark site or my Etsy site, but it kind of like it shimmers, and I feel like it's appropriate because I'm going to talk about some serious subjects. One, let's talk about King Charles's portrait. I had to let it stew in my brain for a couple of days because when I first looked at the painting, I literally saw two women behind King Charles, one facing him, another one on the opposite side. And I swear, I felt like I saw Kate and I saw Diana over behind his shoulders. And I looked up the artist, Jonathan Yeo, and he has some very interesting information about him online. There's rumors that he was told to change the painting. There's also rumors that something happened with the paint and he had to he didn't have much time to change it once it started doing something weird with the red. Who knows? But supposedly this guy, sometimes he takes pornographic images and layers them on top of each other and makes paintings. I don't know if he did that with Charles's painting. I don't know, but somebody took the painting, flipped it. So if you remember, the painting's sort of like this. Charles has got his hands close to his crotch holding a sword. So someone flipped it. So the hands are up and it's a mirror image. So the hands come out like this. So you literally see in the middle what would be called Satan. You can find that image online. I might put it on this video. But anybody who has eyes to see saw some very disturbing images in that painting and felt certain things. And I find it highly unusual that they would think those photographs, or not photographs, that painting was really, really cool. I'm talking about the royals, unless they love looking like bloodthirsty savages. And considering King Charles is related to Vlad the Impaler, who killed anywhere from 40 to 80,000 people and cried tears of blood. You can look that up. Maybe he does love that photograph. I mean, I keep saying photograph, which is a Freudian slip, because maybe that is who he is. You know what I mean? There's just something so uncomfortable, sorry for hitting the microphone, and unsettling about that photograph that words slip out of my mouth and my brain, because it literally is indicative of the horror that the royal families have unleashed in other countries and populations, other societies, other cultures, which is a nice segue to Kate Middleton still missing. I've been posting things on Twitter, also known as Hex, for a long time about Kate Middleton. Like 2 months ago, I got a bug in my mouth, I think. 2 months ago, I did a video where I explained about Rose Hanbury and her, I don't even know how to say it, Rock Savage, David Rock Savage, and his close friend who lives in France, who is a photographer, coincidentally could possibly help them put out those fake AI images of Kate. It's called Two Queens and a Rose is the name of the video. I'll link it with this video. But anyway, as I've been asking questions online and posting things, I've been getting a lot of bots. The same type of bots that came out in 2016 with the Russians trying to influence the election of Trump. You'll see like a name in the beginning and you'll see a bunch of numbers afterwards. So I've gotten a ton of these bots. And I'm wondering if it's still like a psych op of like the Russians. Or the same people are buying or using the skills of people who have nothing to do all day but type the opposite of the truth. Because it's a big business. I'm sure there's lots of people all over the world that are willing to get paid to put up propaganda for certain paying customers. So anyway, they're doing that. And I think one of my tweets has 50,000 hits the last time I saw. But I want to re-emphasize to people, the people that love looking at crime dramas, horror movies, The Crown, YouTube videos that talk about crime, solving crime and psychopathy. You're not looking at the obvious clues with the Kate Middleton story. Because number one, Kate Middleton was listed at being 5'9", 120 pounds. That is extremely thin. I'm 5'9". I do not weigh 120 pounds. Not that she has the same type of body that I have, but, you know, people made comments that Kate Middleton looked like a boy. I really didn't understand that whole thing. I don't know who those people are. My point is that she looked like a person who was undernourished and under a lot of stress. A lot of people, both men and women, when they're highly stressed and they're in a very high-profile lifestyle, they might end up getting eating disorders because they're trying to live up to a false picture of themselves, you know what I mean? So a lot of people who take a lot of pictures, a lot of models, a lot of people in society or people in very competitive fields might have an eating disorder. But it was interesting that so few people even mentioned that, but they talked about she looked like a man, which is weird. But she's still missing. Meanwhile, Rose has been popping up everywhere, hanging out with Camilla. There's pictures by Getty. And in one photograph, there's that lady that does makeup, whatever. She's in the middle. The evil stepmother is like pointing, like her finger's pointing at Rose, and Rose is like, you know, side profile. So it's not supposed to be obvious that she's being pointed to be the next in line. But you have to look at signs and symbols, and the royal family is giving tons of those. They keep saying that, you know, Kate's recovering. She's working on a special project. William is such a great husband. He's taking care of the kids. But they put out these fake photographs of the kids in the same clothes they had like 2 years ago. I keep forgetting the heir's name. It's not Louis, is it George? I don't remember. But the supposedly the heir to the throne under William, he was with William at a football match, and Rose's oldest son was there having a great time, but the heir to the throne looked miserable, and his eyes looked like he hadn't slept in weeks or months, and it looked like he was forced to be out and outing. So he's the only child of Kate Middleton that we know has been seen in the flesh. Meanwhile, on Hex, you have a ton of people throwing things out like, where is Harry and Meghan's kids? We haven't seen them. You know, give us to them, or give them to us. It's like they're really weird. They have this obsession about like Meghan and Harry, but yet they kicked them out of the monarchy, right? Where they left. So why do they have to present their children to the UK public? But meanwhile, the children of the heir to the throne, they are normally photographed at their leisure, of the royalty's leisure, you know, with a birthday photograph or a family photo. But since they're the ones cutting up pictures and doing AI images, then they're able to be suspect. You know what I mean? Because those photographs are fake. It doesn't take a Photoshop expert to know they have been putting out tons of fake images and videos of not only Kate, but the kids, you know what I mean? And it's really unnerving and bizarre. But I think that's part of the game they're playing. They're loving the attention. The royal family hasn't gotten this much attention since there's been a wedding, right? Or a death. And they're using every sympathy trick in the book. Cancer, secretiveness, she needs her privacy. But if you had a friend that was missing since December, wouldn't you ask questions if her husband was posting fake photographs of her and the children over and over again? It doesn't take a brain surgeon. Deductive reasoning, Watson, as Sherlock Holmes used to say. So anyway, I just find the whole thing very psychopathic, proving that they're nuts. And they enjoy inflicting trauma and harm. Because when I look at the royal family and just the history, they're like a pack of wolves. They really believe in the survival of the fittest. It's not an easy life to be a royal. They're always plotting and scheming and vying for attention. They're very, like, they use a reptilian brain. They're not very evolved beings. So, I mean, what do you expect? But let's just look at facts. Let's look at a woman's missing. She's been missing since December. She had signs of trauma to her fingers, whether it be from bulimia or being I don't want to say hit. Let's just say she's had injuries on multiple photographs. All right. So as you look at the Cassie situation with Diddy and you saw the video, even though you heard stories about Diddy, all I'm trying to say is the evidence in regards to Kate and William is out there. William swaying back and forth at official events means he's got a drinking issue or a very bad sense of balance. I was going to say violence, but I said balance. But that's the way it goes. People are so fucking weird. They have nothing else to do. Yeah. So anyway, that's my take on Kate. I think she's dead. I think Rose is moving up to the big house. And allegedly, Thomas Kingston's wife is living at Kensington Palace, which makes no sense because her parents didn't even want to go to the garden party. It's really weird. So I hope you guys actually care. But if you want to do something, keep posting Where's Kate online. And look into it yourself if you think I'm just being weird. But it just seems like they're doing a great job of propaganda and trying to control the narrative. But a woman's been missing since December, and she didn't look well the last time she was seen. And having all those fake images and videos, and also being helped by companies like TM0. And by the way, I'm just going to throw this in here. Harvey Levin of TM0, aka TMZ, is not to be trusted. Right now, like I guess early this morning, they posted a story about Britney Spears and saying she's desperately in need of conservatorship. You have to understand something. Harvey Levin works for the powers that be. The biggest companies, he protects their people. I've worked in the media business for a while, and some of his ex-workers that he fired, all of them, but they used to tell me stories about, for instance, like Ellen. They were told a long time ago Ellen was off limits because she worked with a parent company. She was under a parent company of TMZ, so they could never do a story about her. When Trump was the first election and trying to win, Harvey Levin had meetings with Trump, not only at Trump Tower in New York, but I believed he met with them in Mar-a-Lago. But also he met with Trump in the White House. So he was instrumental in putting out stories for Trump, sort of like David Pecker, but also telling his staff no positive stories on Hillary Clinton. So you have to understand there's games and there's people, pawns, and knights working with certain people to push their agenda. So just like the British press is helping the monarchy hide whatever's going on really with Kate Middleton and the relationship with Rose and William, because everyone believes Rose's son that was at the football game and also holding the king's coattails is actually William's son. And which means I think he's older than the other kid that was at the football game. So there's some weird stuff going on, which would make sense if Kate found out that Rose's oldest son was William's son. She might have gone like, I don't want to say crazy because it's not fair. She might have had a very strong reaction. Let's just leave it at that. But in regards to, it's a great combination of Harvey Levin is doing the work for the people that'll benefit from Britney Spears being locked up or under conservatorship or drugged against her will. I know for a fact that Harvey Levin has protected many a criminal by the use of the propaganda on his website and also on his TV show. Lots and lots of bad people have used his show and his site to promote their agenda. So it doesn't surprise me that not only is he helping Britney Spears possibly get another conservatorship, but he also helped the monarchy with that bullshit story of the woman and the guy walking with shopping bags and saying they saw Kate. Like, when the hell did TMZ get involved with the royals? Unless they're getting paid. You see where I'm going? It's all, these people help each other. They have an agenda. It's a very misogynistic, very, like, I wish I could say what I want to say, but it's a male cult. Let's just say that. It seems to be a male cult. All right. I'm going to cut this video now because I got to talk about Diddy, and this might be too long for you. All right. This is Kat at Kattalestv. And thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I'm going to try to engage more with you guys because, you know, I'm kind of busy and overwhelmed with stuff. So I don't really do what everyone else does. I just try to tell stories and bring you guys facts. And then my intuitiveness. But thank you. And I will link some of these videos with this one. Did I forget to say subscribe, like, and share? But again, thank you. And I'm going to do a Diddy video. Is it a Diddy video? I forgot. I'm going to do a video on somebody else after this. All right, bye.